I hope not. So we're on, you guys. Welcome to another episode of the Grind Podcast,
Hey, how's it going? Sexy D right here,
and I'm the host.
and I am her co-host. And we are here on a lovely, beautiful day.
I live right next to the pool, so sorry for the sound, but people are enjoying themselves in the summer.
Hey, got to.
If it's over 100 degrees, yeah,
Oh yeah, I gotta put the Gucci's on and get outside.
you could do that. I'll stay home.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I am not a swimmer, unfortunately.
Oh really? Oh
I
yeah.
don't like to swim.
You know, I'm not too much of a outgoing water person, but if a group of guys and girls are going in the water, I'm there.
I will go, but I won't jump inside the pool.
Oh, I'm doing backflips off of bridges.
And I'll probably record you doing it. But
Yeah.
I just won't join the. I hate swimming. I hate the water. I hate my body. Just don't want to be in it. I'll be around it, but not in it.
I definitely am not an aquatic animal per se. I being from a country that is known for having it's called the land of volcanoes, having 100 volcanoes.
Hawaii?
El Salvador.
They're not for volcanoes.
Yeah, they have 100 volcanoes.
Oh shit! I did
yeah.
not know that. All I know them for is pupusas.
Yeah, Busa
Alright.
and President Bukele. And,
I don't know. I don't know anything else. Just pupusas.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Oh yeah, they're you go to the right ones, they're bomb.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has to be the right ones, because otherwise it tastes like shit.
Oh god, they take forever.
They do, but
Yeah.
it's crafty what they're doing. The tortilla by hand. I
Yeah.
mean, that takes a while.
Yeah.
And then to prepare the meat and all that, it's a lot of work actually.
Yeah.
Just like tamales or any custom food, I guess, that you traditionally make.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What ethnicity are you?
Mexican.
Mexican. Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw I saw a video of a comparison. Well, not comparison, but where these people had two plates and they were pretty much judging like what they liked better, the El Salvadorian plates and the Mexican plates, and the El Salvadorian plates were the winners.
Really?
Yeah, they were the majority.
Why is that? Is it because they don't like spicy food?
I'm not. What
Or
is
the spice is Mexican food too much spice in the food, or what was it that they liked more about the Salvadorian food?
I think what it was, I don't know. It was like because I mean there was just some sort of like crazy variety in it. It was like so exotic that I'm not really I'm not it's so unfamiliar, you know, because we're us Californians, you know, like we are Mexico, you know,
Yeah.
practically.
We're basically a melting pot
Yeah,
of different cultures.
yeah, oh, absolutely, and thank God for taco trucks, and but El Salvador, yeah, there's just a lot
They're a
of
hidden gem.
yeah,
I think people don't really know much about it.
yeah, and it makes sense because in perspective of the world in El Salvador's population is actually only 6 million compared to America, which is roughly 400 million. And there's a lot of migrants that have come to America, and compared to an 8 billion number population, yeah, I mean it's definitely. Um,
It's a lot harder to get Salvadorian food than it is Mexican.
oh, is it?
I would say so.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
Almost rare, honestly,
Wow.
because there's a lot of Mexican spots, but not as much Salvadorian.
Right, yeah. Oh my God, I love Albertos. Albertos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really had Guatemalan food or Nicaraguan, but they're even more of a rare species of food.
Yeah, I've never heard of those kind of.
There's a Nicaraguan restaurant in Concord.
Hmm.
I haven't gone there, but there is.
Hmm.
And then there's a Salvadorian downtown. Oh, it's all downtown.
Wow.
Yeah, we could always go and try it out.
Yeah, we got to try that out sometime. I know. I've tried Nigerian food last Thanksgiving when my friend and I were after well, actually before we were giving out food to the needy, and yeah, we had some beautiful bomb.
It's not the same as soul food. Nigerian food is
It's
different.
different, totally different. It's compared to the South. It's like I don't know. It was just like there's something called suya, which is like a thin sliced steak,
Mhm.
and it is just seasoned just so beautifully, and it's
Suya.
suya.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just making my mouth water right now thinking about it. And yeah, it's like it's oh my god,
I can go on about food,
yeah,
but actually, I'm gonna tell this story because I feel like it's relevant,
yeah,
and then we'll go back to what the podcast is actually about.
yeah.
But I was working a conference this week in San Francisco. I won't say the name. And I had a different shirt on because everybody had a long sleeve shirt, and I had a short sleeve. And somebody asked me, so why is your shirt different? I'm like, oh, it's because they didn't have my size
Mm-hmm.
in what everybody's shirt they had.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, because I'm a 2X. And then I heard them briefly say, girl, you need to lose some weight.
Ooh, that's.
And I'm just like, I don't know if I heard that or if I thought I heard that, but I'm
Yeah.
just like, get a little annoyed.
Yeah,
Get a
of
little
course.
annoyed because there's different types of bodies, you gotta
Oh.
respect it, skinny, fat. Like, why is it ideal that I lose weight because I'm a 2X?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that kind of bothered me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're probably never gonna see these people again, and
I hope not to see that particular person. Because
Yeah.
I tried being their friend and it just didn't work out.
yeah,
So as long as I don't see them often, I'm okay. And if I do, I just if they say hi, I'll say hi, and that's it. I don't need to wish them harm or wrong,
yeah,
but I don't care for the company.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's it. Enough about food.
yeah.
So the grind.
You're right.
Tell me a little bit about the grind.
Oh, grinding every day.
That sounds sexual. Tell me your coffee story. You want to share that with them or no?
Oh gosh, so yeah, so I was unaware that there are these places that. So I was just going to get coffee, just get an espresso, and
Go get coffee.
and yeah,
Sure.
I swear it was getting espresso. It was early in the morning, and I was going to go do some work, and so the place is the windows are all blacked out, which is kind of a little bit odd, but I didn't think too much of it. But as soon as I get inside, it was like a wonderland in my opinion. It was different. It was like so. I came here for the coffee,
End up with.
but I ended up with a lap dance.
I never get that with my coffee.
and maybe they should have some more gentleman ones.
Right. Yeah.
And so I go and there's just these beautiful naked women walking around giving out coffee and giving out lap dances and so
Sounds like you went to an undercover strip club
it
that
was
serves coffee.
That's I by definition that has to be what it is.
Yeah, those things exist. Undercover sex shops or what do you
Strip
call
club.
strip clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
Has anybody gone to those? Anybody else?
Anybody?
Anybody else? um, I got hats.
Hats?
I ordered some hats
Awesome.
yesterday for the podcast.
Oh, heck yeah.
My friend hooked it up with trucker hats.
Yeah.
I'm curious to
Ooh.
see how they. He said he was gonna ship them today. So the first 3 people
Yeah.
let's say I in the comments right now will get it. You know, my email is garciamdhs@yahoo.com. Again, garciamdhs@yahoo.com. If you're watching, say I and message me. Send me an email and I will send you a hat, a free hat,
Wow.
covered by me. So first 3, remember what's the email?
The email
I
is.
just said it.
You just said it.
Garcia
Garcia.
MDHS at
MDHS.
yahoo.com.
MDHS@yahoo.com.
Yes, and you'll get your free.
Trucker hat. Yeah, I love that. I love trucker hats. I rock those all the time.
I'm not much of a hat person. I know guys love hats, and even girls. I just can't pull it off myself.
Hey, you never know.
So no, I just can't. I need a haircut, but that's where I'm at. So the grind has hats now.
That's awesome.
So the first 3 people will get it free, and of course, you know, the crew will too. But who knows? Maybe it's rare. Maybe I'll put it up on eBay and sell it. But the first 3 will get it free.
Heck yeah.
I'm getting 10 instead of 10, and the first, like I said, the first 3 get it free.
Heck yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But remember last time I advised you to get merchandise? I'm following my own advice.
Yeah.
Well, I've had merchandise for the grind, but I haven't had money to buy it again.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend does merchandise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh heck yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, trucker hats are awesome. Like for when I was fighting wildland fires, the trucker hats were like, yeah, they look good in uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, as a contractor, I was when you're a contractor, it just looks good for some reason.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure it helps with the style, with the sun, you know, all sorts of good stuff. Wind. Don't want to do your hair. I don't know why people wear hats, but multiple reasons.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. In wildland fire, the reason why you're wearing hats really is just kind of uniformity, because there's all different types of there's the federal agencies and the state and then maybe county, but different stations like to have their own kind of hats as the uniformity, so that I'm guessing it's just easier to identify who's who, where everyone's at.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. And there's many styles, many sizes, and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, ours was mostly white, half white mesh with a black front, and then
If there's anybody in the comments, if they leave a comment that's appropriate, let us know. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
and yeah, and it had the logo just right in front, and it lets you know me. Yeah, you can spot a mile away.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, especially because there's multiple crews. You got like 7, 8 different crews out there with you, from your own, not including the maybe like 50 other crews that are there, 50 plus other crews. And then you can just identify like, oh hey, I know those guys,
Yeah.
and or I know those guys and gals, and it's just it's a little bit definitely an identifier.
Gotcha. So that's what I've been working on. Oh, yeah, I'll leave the surprise on later. I've been up to a lot. I've been working a lot
Ooh.
behind the scenes. How about yourself?
Yeah, I've definitely. Well, I'd say I've definitely been.
So I decided to make him my co-host. So
Yeah.
there's that too. So he'll be on upcoming episodes, if not all of them.
Heck
We'll
yeah.
see. Are you committed? I guess.
I mean, I'd love to. I mean, I know I'm pretty busy, but I mean, hey, you're flexible, and that's what I love about you, and so I'm definitely and I love working with you too, and
Thank you.
yeah,
I'm
thank
sure
you.
a lot of people don't agree with that statement, but hey, I'm passionate. When it comes down to it,
Yeah,
all you gotta do is communicate with me.
yeah,
You know, whatever it is, like, no, I can't. As long as you communicate with me in a proper time, respectfully, I have nothing that I can say against you. It's when you don't respond or when you're just being completely lacking. When I have to work harder to get things done, that's when I have
yeah. That's the way it should be. Yeah, and it's so simple, and that's what, and yeah, that's what.
But it's just, but people make it complex.
Yeah,
And then they'll come up with all sorts of excuses or reasonings why they don't want to do it or why they can't do it or whatever. And it's just like, I don't know. They make me feel like I'm a problem.
you know what I think it is that ever since 2020, people have just been socially just so
Blame the coronavirus. Right?
yeah.
Blame the. I
That's
feel like
what
we put blame on that virus for over everything. Everything. I feel like it ruined our lives.
it is. It really because not only do we have children that are not that are scared to become going out and like having fun playing paintball go
But you could blame the internet for that.
yeah, yeah,
You know, on the TV and the tripods and all that stuff. On not tripods. I mean iPads.
yeah,
I even witnessed my own family doing that with the kids. It's just easier. Like, here, look at my phone, and they'll stop crying or they'll stop bothering you. It's just so easy to give them a tablet.
that's
But
true.
that's not raising them.
That's true. But there definitely has to be a disciplinary line where it's like, hey, you got to go outside and you got to get into some stuff with your friends because I mean, in all reality, uh,
It's healthy
yeah,
and very needed.
because if you're just inside being antiseptic all day, then your immune system over time, and especially as the years go on, I mean, like you're just gonna get sick easy. I mean, you're gonna bruise easy if you don't know how to take a
I
fall.
figure out why people would rather be inside than outside.
Why is that?
Because the world's a cruel place.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And there's a lot of.
Can you build a little context before you talk about that?
What do you mean?
Like, lead us into that conversation.
Because I recently realized that people are more. We're in fear of so much of being rejected. That like you said, we're so antisocial because of the coronavirus, right?
Yeah.
I mean that I feel like that was part of it,
Right.
but there's a lot of factors. But I think a lot of people will stay inside because they just don't want to. Because being in a relationship, any kind of relationship, friendship, business, family, you have to work on it. You have to work hard to nurture those friendships.
Yeah.
And it's just easier to, watch TV than engage in a relationship or a friendship.
Right.
And what if they don't like me,
Yeah.
Or what if they fuck me over after all that time I put into being in that relationship?
Yeah.
Did I answer? Am I answering kind of? Or not really?
You said why people are antisocial or stay in the house
Right.
because coronavirus fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Well, there may be some hidden messages behind it. I mean, we may be incarcerated in a way,
Yeah. Precisely.
We may be
I mean, there's
put in a position where we have to modify our life
right.
at the go,
Right.
and just adapt.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it could be your personality too,
Yeah.
There's people that are quiet by nature, that don't talk much.
Yeah.
And then there's people that can't shut up. So
But there's a good can't shut up and there's a bad can't shut up.
right.
A good can't shut up is like you're speaking for yourself. You're promoting yourself. You're being proactive with your life.
Mhm.
The cat shut up, and the bad shut up one is like, you're making a mess. You're not proactive with
You
your
wanna
life.
just come
Oh
over
yeah,
here?
yeah. I'll just
Come over
definitely.
here,
Yeah,
man.
get over
All
here.
right, fine.
Yeah, we need you.
I was like behind the scenes. Oh shit.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, my bad.
man.
But
Mom,
even,
this
but
ain't-
even protecting,
Yeah.
protecting yourself or others can be seen as bad too, right?
Yeah.
I think that's when you gotta just shut up.
So my name's Gaston De Oro, and I currently manage the YouTube screen name Ebs and Cinema, Ebs and underscore Cinema, and I'm here with
Jeanette.
Jeanette and
Sexy Dan.
Sexy Dan, and yeah, we're just chopping it up, talking, and the topic was. Damn, what was the topic again?
Being antisocial, not, not engaging in the world.
Being antisocial and not engaging in the world.
And I was
Man.
trying to justify why people are doing that. And you're like, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. My idea of it is so we're symbolically the world is incarcerated and the world has to maneuver around it. Like sometimes I believe we're put in a place where we have to shut up and just figure it out, like we're in a position where we have to be survivalist. And I mean, some people tend to do drugs and wander around leisurely and not figure anything out, maybe play video games. I have a bad habit of playing video games all day.
Oh, I love Battlefield.
And I can't, like, I have social anxiety.
Yeah, me
This
too.
is my first time doing a live shoot. And
How do you feel?
I feel pretty good about it because it's breaking me out of my zone,
zone,
and
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
sharing it with the world.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And this is a grind,
Yeah. Heck
Definitely
yeah.
a
It
grind.
does not stop, and we
Doesn't
have
grind.
we have to pull through no matter what.
Adapt, overcome, eat, change.
That's life.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
life,
I think that's what coronavirus taught me. It's like I have to learn how to adapt. I mean, speaking with women, I mean, I have a hard time talking to women nowadays. Especially if I have an interest on a woman and
Me too,
on a
man.
woman, and I want to introduce myself, say hi, and they just don't even look at me. They're just like zoned in on their day or whatever. They just like keep walking.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not that they're scared. It's just that they probably don't know how to talk.
Right. Unless I'm at a bar, I don't drink, but unless I'm at a bar
Anymore.
yeah, and unless but a bar is kind of easier because if it's with like group of friends, but what I like to do is just kind of
Somebody's
practice,
watching us.
Yeah.
and the practice that I like to
Is it
do.
your
I'm
friend?
watching you guys.
Is it, are you? Okay. You're a little freak.
And the practice that I like to do is just just go up to them and talk and just say like, hey, how you doing? Or how's my name is Daniel. Or the first thing I say is hi. I recognize you from somewhere. Do you go to like Sac State or do you go to San Francisco State University? And they'll be like no. And then I'm like I'm sorry. Is your name Google? And then they'll say
Are you talking about Riz right now? Are you trying to Riz the girls
I
up?
have no fucking idea
yeah,
what Riz
yeah.
means.
No, I'm helping you out. So
Sounds like a fucking Pokemon card.
yeah, it is, and so
It is.
you pull
It
it
is.
out, and you say, and you just say, so yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, is your name Google? I have a hard time. You look very familiar, and then they get confused.
Listen, going up to girls is not the way. Okay, 8 out of 10 times it will not work. You will not get their number. The way you start it, my best advice to any man or anyone trying to be in a relationship is, first of all, be good with yourself first. Second of all, know how to be a friend.
Yeah.
If you know how to be a friend, most likely the relationship will develop to something even deeper, hopefully, if you're lucky. But if you know how to be a friend, it will help you get girls.
If they're not taken.
If they're not taken.
Yeah. But this is what's gonna make you laugh about the Google one. So you say, I'm sorry, you look familiar. Is your name Google? And then they say, Google, I don't know what you're talking about because girl, you got everything I'm looking for. I'm searching for.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and then from there they laugh, and then that's when you start and then that's when I've been practicing just kind of just getting into conversation of because this is a different age, different day and age as compared to when I was like 19 and before 2020, and so make them laugh, and then I start kind of talking like so you do this and do that, or do you just kind of like. Just like you said, be more of a friend, and kind of just say like hi, my name is this, and what's your name, and just being more
Approachable.
yeah, just being very more
Because women love to be
approachable.
chased. I'm telling you.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
We love to be chased. So,
I'll chase all day.
No, don't be that desperate. No, okay.
No, I've done it actually. I've fucking tried to hit on 10 girls at a time. It's like, okay, I get one, but then she fucking ghosts me. It's like,
Right.
the hell.
God, it feels like a fine line. With what you're saying, that like girls like to be chased.
Yeah.
It's such a fine line.
It is. You got to do it right, or else it just comes off really bad.
Yeah, because so I was at the bar, the other week.
With the coffee, or is this another time?
No, this is a regular bar.
Oh, okay.
At night,
Sorry,
yeah, and so I don't drink, but
I'm starting to think you do because you keep mentioning you don't drink and you're at a bar.
I swear
What
to
do
God.
people do in bars?
They actually have non-alcoholic beverages at bars.
Okay.
Yeah, they're called
So
like
that's like the second
You got saved.
yeah.
Okay.
option.
No, it's true. I only get club sodas, and then my friend told me I can order something called a blue dolphin. I think it's a blue
Blue
dolphin.
Dolphin.
Yeah, where yeah.
That's a pill, dude.
No. No. It's a blue dolphin where it looks like a drink, but it's not. It's not alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's virgin.
Okay.
And yeah, so I was at the bar, and it was funny because I used that pickup line, and
Did it work?
yeah, I picked up one number, and then I go up, and then I go up to who I thought was the prettiest girl at the bar, and hit her up with that same line, and then she laughed so hard that she went to her group of friends, and then she said the same, and then they did the same thing, laughed hella hard, and then she told me to come outside, and so that's when we start talking, but this is where I fumble.
Mm.
This is where I fumble. This is where that fine line comes in, because what I did is that I lied about my age. She said that she was 24.
Mhm.
I said I
Why
was.
do people do that? I don't understand.
I think
Hey, how old did you say though? Sorry.
I said 24, but she said 26,
Uh-huh.
and then she was like, "Oh, I don't date people under younger than me." And I was,
What a fucking.
yeah, so that's when the ball was dropping. I was like, "What? Fuck! Like I should have just said 30. I should have just said my age."
Why does that even matter?
Because
I feel like that was just an excuse to get the fuck out of the situation.
because she's the one that pulled me out of the bar, and you know what I mean? Like, so I was
She
confused
just blue
about.
balled you.
She was what?
She blue balled your ass.
Yeah, exactly, precisely, yeah,
Ugh.
definitely. But and
I'm sorry that girls do that. I
yeah, and,
don't get it. I guess
yeah,
girls like to have fun. I guess I don't know.
yeah.
What is fun mean now?
Anyway, sorry. We're leading on to a topic that I don't even. It's called the grind, not let's hook up.
No,
Anyway.
it's called the grind, not grinder.
Exactly. So tell us something that people don't know about you.
About me?
Yeah.
People don't know about me that
Something deep.
It doesn't have to be. It could be
I've
something
gone
simple.
camping for 22 days and
What?
I've actually loved it. and I don't really share that with anybody.
You went to you camped for
Camping,
22 days.
Yeah, 22 days.
Were you by yourself?
No, I was actually with the Outward Bound group.
Yeah.
But that was like one of the best experiences of my life.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot about myself and how to take care of myself.
Did you do anything inappropriate?
No.
Damn it.
We had a lot of like hiking,
Mm-hmm.
mountaineering. We scaled we ice scaled a wall with like ice picks.
Oh wow.
After we got across that, we got on the summit of that hill. We had to come down the other side of the hill, and we actually like butt slid down the hill with the
Yeah.
ice pick
Yeah.
to break ourselves.
Yeah.
So we had to break with the ice pick if we were going too fast.
Right.
And I had like an 80-pound backpack on me,
Damn.
and
Holy
I only
shit.
had like
You had a hard
we
time
have to
stopping, right?
distribute. We have to distribute evenly with the group. So it was a group of 12. Everybody was athletic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had to qualify for this trip, right?
Oh shit. Okay.
So we did, I think it was like 30 miles a day for like a 12-hour hike.
Wow.
We started at 4 a.m. and ended up at 6, right before the sun hit down. And we had to learn how to read maps, topographical maps,
Yeah.
how to check the weather on our own. We had to,
Like survival skills.
yeah, pretty much survival skills. We're like at the end of the snow season, so it was like borderline summertime.
So why did you do this?
Why did I do
The
this?
20, yeah, the 22.
It was just to get out of the city, you know,
Yeah.
just get out of the city life.
Is this
Take
recent?
myself.
This is
Nah,
recent?
this was like fucking years ago. This is like high school, but this is like one of the most memorable experiences I have.
What made it so memorable? Did you build a lot of friendships, or just learned a lot about yourself, a lot about other people? What was it special?
I've learned that just like going outdoors and separating myself from like the real daily life, mundane life, and just living on my own at my own risk. Like if I didn't follow instructions properly, I would have probably like fell or slid down the cliff, you know, on my back, maybe rolling over my equipment, losing the equipment for the group of
Yeah.
12. And you know, we had to depend on each other.
Trust
you
each
know?
other,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely trust each other. Like if one couldn't make it up the hill, we had to like really push them, like encourage them to
Work
like, do
together.
it. Yeah, definitely work together.
It sounds like it helped you be in touch with yourself and your power and your yourself ultimately.
Yeah,
You know?
well, it helped me build leadership skills.
That
Helped me build a confidence
Yeah.
around
right,
people.
right.
Helped me build direction. Like I could, if I need to solve something at the moment, I could build that. You know, like
Right.
problem solving skills.
Right. Come in.
Like you can go like you're the one, like you can go out of yourself now, like you're more capable of going out of yourself in order to get assistance that otherwise you might just keep to yourself. That would be more beneficial
I'm like, "Come in, but
to
it's
have
locked."
assistance with.
Yeah, basically sharing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and there was a moment where we were at a marshland after we hiked that peak deep in the Yosemite Valley, deep in the
Ooh,
Yosemite Hills.
Yeah, I had a hike those hills.
Super
I never
deep.
have been hiking.
Like super
by the way.
deep in
Oh, wow,
Yosemite.
that's my.
I was super deep in Yosemite, like away from everything, and there was a point where we had to rappel down a rock wall.
Yeah.
So we had guides. So
Nice.
these guides know how to cliff hang and climb
And
without ropes. They can
Oh.
just do it themselves as they go up. So they latch the clip attachments on the rock, and they leave the line, and we have to climb it on our own. So they show us like the fundamentals of how to climb,
Yeah.
and we have to just do it. And if we can't do it, we have to sit there for hours until we find an alternative route on our own.
Dang.
You know, and sometimes we have to persevere that and do it. Like fuck it, if I don't got the right shoes. I actually left my shoes. I left my shoes at the house, before I left. I thought I had them in my bag.
Oh, at the camping
Yeah.
site.
Oh damn.
No, in my house. And then
Yeah.
when I left,
Oh,
I had to
okay.
call my family and be like, "Hey, look, I left my shoes. Can you mail it out to this spot?"
Oh, for
And I
sure.
had to pick them up at the mailing location
Yeah.
at a checkpoint. And
Dang.
so as soon as we got to okay, let me start it off. So we're at a marshland, and one girl forgot her mask, her blood mask,
Mhm.
and we were by ourselves. It's a group of 12, and nobody wanted to give up their blood mask because there was hell of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are thick as fuck,
Yeah.
like out in Yosemite, like deep in Yosemite, super thick, badass, like fucking huge. They'll
Damn.
leave welts on you. Like, look at this
Wow.
shit.
It's never
like
gone away?
no, it never gone away. It was like a deep prick
Damn.
in my arm. It looks like a nipple. I was thinking
That's
about getting a
crazy.
titty picture.
Yeah, it's crazy. I used to in firefighting in wildland firefighting. I would wear they give you nets. So inside your helmet, there's nets so that when you're swarmed by like hornets or bees,
They had wasps out there too.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Super wasps, like mad wasps. But get around them or swat them away, they'll get on your ass.
yeah.
But
Oh, there's something even worse than wasps too. They're called stump fuckers, and that well, I mean maybe that's like a cowboy term, but
Stomped fuckers?
stump fuckers, stump fuckers.
is
Yeah.
that like an ant hill? Are they underground?
No, they're this giant bug that just floats around, does whatever it wants, but it can pierce leather boots. It can and it can just give you hell, and they just do whatever they want.
They just keep like pricking you.
They can go right through if you have thick leather boots, anything like that. It's going right through you.
I didn't experience that, but I seen red ants, and I seen wasps.
Are
So
they more severe than normal? ants?
These are like huge ants.
Huge ants.
Fucking, I don't know how to define them, but they're pretty big.
So are you trying to, the message is don't go camping?
No, the message is, if we're in a group setting like we are,
Yeah.
we work in team settings.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's going to be a point where, we're going to be unbalanced, and we have to figure it out
Yeah.
on the spot.
Mhm.
Troubleshoot it.
Oh yeah.
And there's going to be moments where we have everything, and then something happens on the spot.
Right.
Then we have to troubleshoot that.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
I learned how
filmmaking
to.
101 every
Exactly.
day, all
So-
day.
So basically, nobody wanted to give up their bug net, so I gave up my bug net, and I had like a manual of like what to do when we have this situation. So I put mud in my face.
Yeah.
So I pretty much rambled it out. I just like, dunked myself in mud, like full body.
Yeah.
Just like took my shirt off, everything,
Yeah.
full body, dunked myself in mud.
Yeah.
So completely covered. I had my teammates cover me up and shit.
Straight on
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger at a
Straight
predator.
up like fucking Rambo, dude.
Yeah.
Just dunked in the marsh.
Yeah.
Covered myself with mud, dirt, everything up to my eyes, everything, dude. And we just trekked it out.
Savage.
Yeah, that was dope. It was fun. And at the end, I had like 3 blisters on my foot. I had to trek it out too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
And what is it that you do? Who are you?
Oh, okay. So what I am, who am I? So I'm pretty much a filmmaker. I'm also an actor. I do a lot of lighting gigs. I'm working on my acting too, and I need to practice being in front of the camera. So I want to find opportunities in front of the camera, and I need to be more photogenic. So that's my gig right now.
Thank you.
When did you fall in love with acting? Or when did you know that acting, and that's what you want to do?
Actually, I went to art school a long time ago.
You mentioned that too.
Yeah, I went to art school. I went to San Francisco Art Institute, which doesn't exist anymore. They shut down after 150 years. I believe.
Damn.
Okay.
So the pandemic fucked them off.
Yeah.
But
Again, pandemic.
yeah, the pandemic did everything, dude. So like I was saying, I went to art school. I fell in love with it. I didn't know how to navigate through school in general. Like I couldn't save myself to write a fucking academic essay for shit. You know? And I rejected everything academic, like writing, math, everything GE. I rejected all that, and I did all the fun stuff, which is art, socializing, collaborating. I passed that, but then when it came to reality, I had to learn how to like really figure shit out.
Are you Hispanic?
Yeah, I'm Mexican,
You're Mexican.
American.
Okay. And your parents were okay with you being like artsy?
No, my parents weren't okay with that.
Same. I never
actually-
told them I wanted to be a.
They didn't know what I wanted to do.
Right.
They're like, "You should just be a cop."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna be a cop." And I wanted to be a cop, but then it was like, "Nah, fuck that." And then I got the stigma on me, like, "Oh, you're a fucking cop," you know? Like, fuck that. I don't want to deal with that shit. But that's my problem, you know? Like, I could have had a super good career, retired right now, and yeah, I never followed through with it. So I think that's my problem. I don't really follow through with things I'm completely interested in. And after the pandemic, I started realizing, like, you know what? I want to follow through with this.
Well,
You know?
here's the thing. If you want to act, I have acting roles.
Oh yeah.
I write scripts. I do
Okay.
films. So if you're about it, I'm about it too.
I definitely want to start acting. So like I was saying, I went to film school and I was stuck in a room like this, completely white wall room, and I had to perform in front of my classmates,
Yeah.
and I had no idea what I was doing. But
Yeah.
then I had to do it. Like I had to learn how to like perform in front of the camera, and I did these like.
What helped you?
What helped me?
Yeah.
What helped me is I had to build up the courage to do it. Like I had to really practice. Like you know how a painter picks up a brush and
Right.
Did
Did
you
you do it in
paint?
front of the mirror a whole bunch of times?
I
Did
did it
you
in
read
front of
this-
the mirror. I recorded myself before YouTube even came out. I started recording myself, fucking doing performances on the street. I tackled the fucking video camera on the street. I even have it on my
Tackled?
channel. Yeah, I
What do you
tackled an actual. I was running like a block away, straight up running, kind of jogging, but
Mhm.
I was promoting a camera. It was,
Oh,
it was
okay.
called this HD Votto. It was a competition.
would
It was a
carry around?
competition for
I think you mentioned.
promoting this camera. So it was HD Votto. So I had this little old school, what was it, Olympic camera as a video camera. It barely had the capability of like recording full HD. So this is the next generation thing, HD camera. So with the HD camera, my friend was recording me as I was running towards it from a block away. I had the Olympic camera on the tripod, and I was recording it on the Olympic camera, but then I also had the the Votto behind. So I was running, and I got close to the camera, and I tackled it and completely obliterated the camera, like completely broke my tripod, everything, like right in front of my mom's place. And my neighbor was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, I pretty much continued the project that I had. I just pretty much promoted the camera,
Yeah.
and I think that's what broke me out. Like I had to do something physical to figure that out. Like I have to be engaging in some way, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So after that, I started taking courses for acting, and I learned like psychological, like not psychological terms, but vocabulary related to acting. So I had to learn that. I loved acting as an animal. I would be the
An
panther.
animal?
Yeah, like
Monkey.
pretend you're an animal. Yeah.
yeah.
So we did a lot of improv. Also documented a lot of performing artists at the time. It was, street art, street performing arts.
Nice. I've done some art, street art. Well, I'd say more of a comedy show, but it was running like 500 people. It was hilarious. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
recorded the event?
It wasn't recorded. It was more for it was more for raising money for cancer,
Mm.
but it was in front of like 500 inmates, like 500 killers and all types of crazy people. But I was making fun of just a bunch of, pretty much I was making fun of all the cops. And then making fun of some of the guys that are on those prison yards. And yeah, it was a hit. It was last minute, but they loved it. It was and yeah, then that's just putting yourself out there, you know,
Yeah.
and never knowing, you know, what you're gonna get.
I mean, after learning how to act or just doing my first gig in acting, like I've built this confidence.
Yeah,
And it's like this energy. It's like I want to do it again. It kind of becomes like it's not an addictive thing, but it's more like, oh, I feel it. Like you want to discover some other character or practice with other people that are good at acting and
Mhm.
go play on the street, like yelling at each other, like we'll pretend we're a couple.
It
I
gives
just-
you a sense of satisfaction that nothing else does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
It's
it.
like
Yeah.
replicating real life.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Replicating that is fun.
I do acting myself too. I do it for a military university, and also they do NASA equipment as well.
Oh, nice. So you practice with NASA equipment, or you promote it?
Yeah. I'm the actor that just pretty much shows up, comes in this in that particular dialogue. I come in a suit and the young CEO, and then go around the facility.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, so I love improv. I love improv.
Me too.
I think improv is something that's I've built confidence with that. I've done a lot of improv when I was in school, just
Shows
acting.
like
No,
shows?
not improv shows, but like performing arts.
I want to do
Improv.
shows. I want to do shows so
I haven't
bad.
done any
I
shows
think
yet.
I would like it wouldn't work for me. I think I would just like stage right.
Yeah,
honestly,
no,
yeah.
you do get stage fright.
For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
But there's this one art piece I did. I don't have it anymore. I had my laptop stolen.
Dang.
And so I had this one art piece where I collaborated with a classmate of mine, and she was like dressed in a homemade suit, like a housemaid
Mhm.
suit dress,
Yeah.
and we're pretending like we're arguing, and we had like the cabinet setting, and she pulled out ski discs out of the cabin, and I had goalie gloves in my shorts. And I was just dodging like all the ski discs, like pretending I was a goalie, and I was trying to save some too. They're like right at me. I was trying to save the skeet discs.
Yeah.
And I also had safety glasses on too, just in case I didn't get any like shatter on my face.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much my project. Like I like collaborating with other women and making art. You know,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I did.
Yeah.
I have a lot of like, I don't even want to mention them anymore because they don't really exist anymore in my archive. But I have a lot of like collaborative pieces with women too. So I was thinking about actually redoing those, like
Yeah.
recreating those pieces. So
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. I mean, you never know where you go because I have a friend who moved to Los Angeles, and she has been acting for, I'm assuming, about 5, maybe 6 years out there, and like now all you see her is in Hilton commercials.
oh, she's commercial now.
Yeah, she does commercials. She's in all types of commercials. She was in even in the I believe the 2021 or 2022 Super Bowl commercial too.
Nice.
And so I mean, yeah, I mean you never know where you're gonna be, what you're gonna do when you put yourself out there like that. Because my favorite thing that Mark Cuban says is that you only have to be right once.
Nowadays, I think.
All it takes is that one viral thing,
Yeah.
which is the hardest thing.
Uh,
Still trying to figure it out myself.
definitely get it out there one day, you know?
Yeah,
Just takes a lot of practice.
yeah.
And a lot of work,
A lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
but it's possible.
Heck yeah.
Very
it's-
possible.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I feel it too. Like
Yeah.
I actually feel the possibility. Like if you really put in the time and effort and grind that shit out, definitely feel that energy. You know,
Think
it's,
about
a,
yeah.
it's an attraction.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's absolute attraction. Like think about Drake for example. When he first became an artist, he was like almost laughed at because he was a guy from Degrassi, a Jewish guy from Degrassi that was a cripple on this from this acting show. But look at him now. For like 20 years, he was on the top billboards, and probably I can't imagine what his net worth is and what his income is. But I mean, you can't you
Well,
can't
that's how he broke out. You know,
Yeah.
he had like, look at Miley Cyrus. She started out with acting.
Right.
Her family is well known in the music industry,
yeah.
but
Which
she
helped.
integrated
which
herself with music, you know,
Right.
and a lot of musicians need to know acting too. That's a must.
I imagine
You know, can't
yeah.
have stage fright and fucking panic and doing a rap. Oh, I forgot my lines. Oh, I was high. You know, fuck that. No,
You gotta go
can't.
on with the show.
You gotta go on with the show, or else you're gonna get booed. You're gonna have to pay people back.
You gotta improvise.
There's consequences with that shit. You know, like
Yeah.
big responsibility. You know. Yeah. What's that Spider-Man quote? When there's, I think it's I forgot the quote, but it has something to do with when I start doing something and I need to depend on it and people depend on me, it becomes a big responsibility, right?
Yeah.
So then I have to continue that responsibility. I can't just fuck it off. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I hit it and then fuck it off, you know. And then I have to pay all these debts and
Yeah.
contracts. And yeah, it all falls under your belt,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm learning about that too.
Yeah, which is scary, but it's awesome because I mean the payoff on the success, you never know where it's gonna take you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's gonna get out there.
For me, my biggest problem is patience, because it takes a long time, and I want it now. Because I want it now.
Yeah.
I don't want it in a year or 2, 3. I want it now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sacrificing now. I want it now.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So
What are your
there's been
reasons?
multiple times that I want to give up, that I have given up, and I dust myself off, and I keep going, and people are like, "Why do you keep going if it's so horrible for you?" Because I love the result.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't want to give up, then I'm not passionate for it.
Everybody forgets
No?
the fundamentals.
Right.
You know, everybody forgets the fundamentals about, like, when I first started drawing, I couldn't draw for shit. And then I learned how to make shapes with shading. So I didn't understand shading. And once I understood shading, I'm like, oh, okay, so if I put a circle over a circle, I can shade it in a specific way that it cause a shadow, contrast, whatever, foreshadows. Like right now we have shadows, and I think that's my fault, but but I mean we could work around it. You know, there's
Yeah.
ways to maneuver the lights to not cast a shadow.
Yeah.
You know, and it takes practice.
Yeah.
You know.
What I see is never, ever, ever give up, no matter what. Until your last dying breath, never give up on things that you truly believe in. I mean, former president puts it best, that people, there have been people in his life that have just been so close to their success, and just if they just held on just a little bit longer, they would have gotten they would have been wildly successful, and I see that, and I agree with that, and I could say that is certainly true through some of my own experiences. That's for certain.
I'd say it's a growing pain.
Mhm.
Like no, I believe that nobody wants to go through the growing pains. Like for me, example, I have to I have to condition myself to be physically active because I'm getting older, and I also have like body issues. Like I have feet pains and back pains and mess up my shoulders, so I gotta like really condition myself to like work around that. And I'm not taking any medication, but I'm just like I need to learn how to feel my body, like understand what my body is telling me,
Mhm.
and like
'Cause
make
it
sure
does
I'm
speak to you.
responding
It does
to it.
speak to
You know, like make sure I'm responding back to it. Like
Right.
okay, I need to take care of my shoulder. What do I do to take care of my shoulder? I could do stretches. I could move it around, be a little more mobile. You know,
Do some workouts.
yeah, do some
push-ups.
workouts, push-ups. Yeah,
I do sets of 90 push-ups when I do them. I'm going for over 100. I can do sets of 100 and with 20 on just one arm, left or right. But my goal is to just keep pushing it past um, get it past 120 set. And it's real. And at first it started at like 25 push-ups, but now I can do sets of 90 push-ups straight without stopping.
yeah. And I know that there's techniques to do alternative push-ups to like work different muscles too. You know, it's
That
not
too.
just push-ups.
Yeah,
You know, there's different techniques. Like for me, I have foot issues. I have heel issues.
Mhm.
I have these issues because I jumped off one-story building with my friends and I damaged my heel.
For fun?
Yeah, for fun. Like just we climbed on the roof and then now we gotta get off.
Really?
And I'm like, fuck, now I gotta get off.
Were
My
you
big
young?
ass.
Were
Yeah,
you
I was young and I still got those pains, you know?
yeah.
And I'm feeling them now. It's
Yeah.
just like, like my dumb ass climbed up a
Do
roof.
people
We all
normally
got
do
on
that?
the roof. What?
Do people normally do that? They jump off roofs? Is that a thing?
No,
Well, kinda, yeah. When I was a kid, my brother and his friends would jump off the second story balcony into.
Because I never jumped off.
but there's okay. I was learning how to skateboard too,
Okay.
so that's a little background story too. It's like I gotta like okay, my friends want to jump off a building and do like a caveman or something, you know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
understand. Oh, yeah. I know exactly.
And I want to get on the roof with them, be like, oh, this is sick. I want to try a caveman.
Caveman just sketchy.
Yeah, caveman. Like you gotta hold the board, put it under your legs, and try to land it.
Yeah.
That
And
sounds
then, like,
intense.
Maneuver the board so you won't bail off the board. And
Yeah.
secure the landing, right?
Right.
So my dumbass got on the roof, tried to do caveman. I forgot to put my board under my legs, and I panicked in the air, and I was like, "Ah, shit!" And I didn't land properly. You know, like I think people need to learn how to land properly, like learn the fundamentals of landing on your feet from a high surface.
Yeah.
You know, like people don't really think about that when they learn how to skateboard or like bail techniques when I'm riding a bike. You know,
Yeah.
how to bail properly, how to like roll out of a bike fall.
YouTube
you know?
channel right here.
Exactly. Yeah, you know how to exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, YouTube saves lives.
Skateboarding is the best for that because I mean skateboarding is another analogy for where it's like you just don't give up, you never ever give up, and then when you land those tricks it's just like it's just like that success. Maybe it's not financial gain, maybe it's not a different kind, but the gain that you get is just the reward of what you were seeking for so hard and working so hard for, and with that you fall 1,000 times, but on that 1,001, you get that trick done.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know it, you're doing it like over and over again.
Yeah, but do you ever think? So if you were skateboard, were you ever thinking about bail techniques, like how to land on your feet properly after you like kick the board out the way, or
Oh, you just learn.
or, like you just learn them on the go?
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
fly. Yeah,
on the go,
I mean,
yeah.
you just get into it, like rolling out, just kind of like stomping out of things, or just finding your best way to not get destroyed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I landed awkwardly. I landed on my heels instead of my toes.
Yeah.
So I landed flat footed,
Yeah.
and that's what damaged my feet.
Yeah.
And I've been having that issue for a long time, and I never took care of it. And it's just bothering me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Shit
So is
all
there
part of the
anything you can
grind.
do now to fix it?
I gotta do like a
Okay.
bunch of stretches in the morning. I got like a little towel and I
So
stretch.
you're chronic pain now.
It's just chronic pain, yeah. So
Shit happens.
yeah, I gotta wear like different shoes too, like heel supported shoes, like higher heels. So yeah, it's all part of the grind, man. You know, it's all part of like the growth,
Yeah.
and I think that's important too.
And you can put that to and you apply and you can apply it to your mindset. You don't just have to be on a skateboard to do it. It's like
No,
it's just, yeah.
It's like I learned how to do balancing. I learned how to balance. I learned how to roll off a curve. You know, not worry. If I go too slow, I'm definitely gonna hit a crack and fall off. You know,
Right.
but if I'm going a little faster, I could catch momentum and roll over the little cracks in the curve and stuff.
Yeah,
on
or-
the sidewalk.
Or you can lift up the back a little bit and get over it. Or if you're cool, or the cool way is that you just lean into it a little bit and then give it a little push while you're doing it, and then you just kind of like going against it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're like challenging that curve.
Yeah, definitely.
What is the hardest thing you faced?
The hardest thing I've faced.
Career wise or life wise?
Career wise, the hardest thing I've faced career wise is self doubt. Self doubt is like super defeating, and that leads to like the imposter syndrome. It's like I'm doing something now, like I'm with you guys right now. You know, we have the lights, we have a camera, we have a little crew, we have technical knowledge of how to operate this live podcast.
Yeah.
And fact is that, you know, I may be on a podcast now, but maybe months later I may not.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm doubting myself, and I thought I had this like muse of like continue to do this, but then it's like the self doubt. It's like, nah, you can't do it. It tells you inside, like, this is definitely a voice, man. It's an internal voice. It's that negativity. You know, it's that.
You gotta
Like if you hear a bad comment from a friend, like, dude, your podcast sucks. Like, I'll probably take it to the heart. I'm like, okay, thank you.
you gotta
know,
go
and
against it.
What can I do to improve it? And I have to think about what can I do to improve
No,
it.
if they don't tell you how to
You
improve
know,
it, then don't
They're
take
not,
their
but
criticism.
I have to like
No.
be able to take that. You know, like I have to be able to
Exactly.
take that. But then I have to work on my doubt. You know, I have to work on that internal talk of like that little voice that just tells you, nah, don't do it. You know, I have to work on that every day, dude.
Yeah.
Every day, like I have to work on it at 6 a.m. as soon as I get up. Fuck, I have to go to school, I have to go to work, I have to handle my business, pay my bills, and then there's this little voice that says, you don't have to do that. It's that procrastination, it's that doubt, it's that it comes back to the insecurities of like growing out of your comfort, and it's also a growing pain, you know. I have to grow out of that, you know, like
That's the thing.
fuck,
Yeah.
bro, like
Yeah. You got.
Sometimes-
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't have to like follow a norm, you know, like
Yeah.
I don't have to be the same.
Mm-mm.
Like I can figure out my own
That's-
route.
yeah.
You know, like I played this game called Demon Souls, and it doesn't tell you where to go. You just gotta figure it out. And sometimes it's like you see this giant boss, and then I'm trying to like maneuver around it because I do the side swipes, like just side rolls until I get behind it,
Yeah.
and I just like spam it, right?
Yeah.
But then there's a moment where it fucking super spins on me and it kills me,
Yeah.
and I'm like, fuck, I couldn't dodge that because my character's too slow. The stamina is like, I run for 2 seconds and then he's like, like fucking tired and shit. And that's me right there, dude. Like, I
Yeah.
feel that. Like, bro, I'm playing this game. That's like my life right there.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, dude. Like, it's exactly an analogy of my life, bro. I gotta build my character.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get it because from my own experience, when I was doing car sales, my first month, I only had one car sale, and I had my other quotas that I had to meet so I could keep my job. But they also kind of give you a freebie as being a newbie. But along the way, and as I got better management, and as I got better at it, you know, the growing pain was that coming to work every day, knowing and keeping that smile on my face, and knowing that today's gonna be another day, and within 3 months, on that third month, I'm pushing 11 cars. 11 cars are gone.
Yeah, but do you ever think about meeting a quota or meeting a daily requirement? Do you ever think about I have to at least hit 5 cars to get paid? Like, do you ever think about
Like
that?
in life.
Yeah.
Well, there's certain quotas that I have to meet in order to stick around, but I don't think about quotas as in like
It's a requirement.
a requirement. Yeah, like it's definitely not a requirement as where you're trying to go because really that's I don't know. I mean, it could work for some people, but it could work for people, but I think that like kind of like as a baby step, you know.
Yeah.
But that's if you're like really going serious for it. But definitely, and that can be part of the growing pain too. But definitely.
That's why I dropped out of school.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I did, you know, at the end of it, I didn't know what to do with my life, and I'm like, I need to figure myself out. I'm like, I'm gonna go work, and never went back.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
did the same
Yeah.
thing.
I gotta go discover myself. I'll be back. Never came back.
Yeah.
And I don't regret not going back. I
Yeah.
don't regret it. Even though people are like, go back to school. Go. No, I'm good.
Was there like a burning sensation in you saying like you have to do this?
No.
No, like a message in you, like a purpose. It's like, okay, for me, like I dropped out of school, right? But
Wait.
then after I dropped out of school, I didn't tell my family, I didn't tell my friends, my mentors, none of that. I just had this like personal fucking deep message in me saying, you have to continue. You have to continue. Because then that's gonna be like that, what's that? It's like a pain, dude.
Yeah.
For real. It's like,
Regret?
fuck, like I
regret?
didn't finish it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like,
regret.
fuck, I didn't finish
Yeah.
it. You know, like
No, because
I stopped at the last
I always
minute.
knew I wanted to be something in the industry. I always knew I wanted to be in the music industry or in the film industry or entertain somehow. And I knew it. I couldn't do it there. I had to do it on my own,
Yeah.
and I still think that. So, and a lot of people are like, go to film school, so you learn the basics. I'm like, I know the basics. I just need to hire people that know more than me. And I don't know. We'll see who's right.
Yeah.
Well, in film school, it all comes down
Do
to like,
you feel like you let your family down because you continue?
I let myself down, but at the same time, that everybody believed me in my phase. You know, like I was hardcore promoting it. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm going to college. You know, like,
Oh yeah.
you know, like first generation. You know,
Were you the oldest?
yeah, first generation, the oldest. Like I had
Damn,
I
yeah,
had like a
hella
lot on my
pressure.
belt. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I felt like Optimus Prime. Like when he gets defeated by Megatron.
So did you end up finishing school or no?
No, I didn't finish school. I dropped out. I dropped out because
So, in your
Uh,
eyes, currently as we speak, do you consider yourself successful?
uh, no, I don't consider myself successful because I still got that negativity in me.
Hmm.
Like I've never worked on it, you know. Like I've never worked on those like little voices that say, "No, you can't do it."
Yeah.
I still gotta work on those, bro.
Oh yeah, go against
So
it. Go
fucking
against
hard.
it. It's
Sounds like you're
it's like-
demons.
They
Yeah.
are demons.
Yeah.
They are little demons. They are little fucking demons. I'm telling you, it's harsh.
Yeah.
It's like I want to smoke weed, but I chose not to smoke weed because I want to be a professional.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I
Just
tell
because you
my
smoke
friends
weed doesn't mean you
No,
can't,
no,
you're not a professional.
No, but
Right.
that for me, smoking weed is like leisurely. It's like I'll sit with you, play video games for like 5 hours,
Mhm.
maybe order some McDonald's or something.
It's time consuming.
And like, yeah, it's definitely gonna take my time. But then if I were with you guys working on a project, I want my full game, you know, like I want to be there. You know, I don't want to be like, let's smoke weed after we finish. Nah, it's like, no, we gotta fucking review our shit. What can we work on next? You know, like plan something next, you know, like we gotta work together to make it better.
Yeah.
You know,
You're the first
and-
person to ever mention that.
Really? Yeah.
Of all the people I ever work with, they never want. They know
It's
when
like-
I hear my feedback, they don't want to know what's next.
It's
I'm
like,
sorry, I don't mean to speak down on
No.
my the past people,
it's
but
real.
it's the
It's
truth.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I will say this in front of everybody. You never asked me how much I'm gonna pay you. You said I'll volunteer. I want to go help you.
Yeah.
You're the first, one of the first people to ever do that
Oh.
to me. Everybody asked, "What's in it for me?" You didn't,
Yeah.
so I knew you were real.
Thank
When you
you.
reached out.
Thank you.
Straight up.
Yeah.
You have that artist mindset.
Yeah, and fuck, man, like I don't want to go back to my schooling, but I volunteered a lot. Like I had to volunteer because one, everybody had the ability to afford to pay their way, and I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna volunteer. You know, like
Yeah.
everybody had like a reference like on point, like, oh yeah, I know you. Oh yeah, I'll give you a reference. But then for me, it was like, fuck that. I'm gonna go fucking earn my reference.
Yeah.
you know?
No. I need.
Like
this
I don't want to like just have a reference because I went to that school.
Yeah.
You know, I want to have it because I earned it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like I see all these artists that went to that school and they're fucking famous, dude. But
Yeah.
they earned their shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like they hit the grind.
Yeah.
Bro, for real, like we
Yeah.
all hit the grind, dude,
Yeah.
and some of them didn't make it, you know, and you can see the separation, you know. It's like, okay, there's people that are gonna be earning a degree just to have a degree, and it's easy and it's paid for, and there's people that fucking need to earn the degree because that's their life, you know. That's like I'm going there with nothing, bro. I'm butt naked, just like in Demon Souls. Like I start my character butt naked. You know, and I got to earn my shield, I have to earn my sword, I have to like
Yeah.
fucking chokehold the fucking demon just to
Yeah.
get their fucking helmet, you know? Like shit like that, bro. Like
Yeah.
I gotta do that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like and it's exactly
I
the
didn't know video
analogy.
games were that meaningful,
Bro,
but I guess so.
Oh yeah. They're
video
actually-
games
yeah.
are real.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Some people sit
Okay.
down playing video games all day but never go out and hit the grind, bro. Like
Yeah.
they never go out and like actually do the Fallout shit, like meet people on the street and be like, oh, I remember you, like fucking lie, you know, like people don't do that no more. They're just behind a fucking computer and just making shit up, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, bro. I played video games, dude. And I played Fallout, and I remember like at a point where you have to walk up to random people, right, in the game, like what are they called, NPCs,
Yeah.
and you gotta make shit up,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah, you were here, right? And then the NPC says, yeah, I was there. And you're like, oh, you're this person. And then the fucking NPC's like, nah, hell nah. Like, I wasn't there, you know? And they start making the story, and that's the story. That's what it becomes. And you later realize, like, like it's a community behind that NPC, right? And then you're by yourself just roaming around, starting shit, like starting gossip, and creating this little realm around you that's like completely false, but you're in a mission.
Sounds like a movie.
You're in a fucking mission, bro. Like you're
Yeah.
on a
Sounds
mission
like a
doing
movie
something,
itself.
right? Like
Yeah.
you're there to figure shit out, right? Like
Yeah.
okay,
Oh yeah. That's what I love about Battlefield. Battlefield is a problem-solving game that has nothing but chaos going on, and the best way.
are you a mechanic?
Yeah, mechanics. So that way, if anything heavy like a tank rolls in, or if I just see guys on the hills coming in, I keep the crosshairs off. I'm an expert level, and so if anything, if I see tanks or even a helicopter, mostly tanks though, or anything heavy, I can either take it out or I can scare them off so that I can back them off because they're gonna have a large force coming in.
Are they really gonna do that?
They do that, yeah, and
Is it that tactical?
yeah, and then while they have helicopters coming in the sky, and then they also have jets having dog fights in the air, and then while I'm scanning the hills and just looking for any head to pop off.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then coming up for the double tap.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Well, I try to stay back that way, and then keep the men keep the control of the guys back too, because
This is a video game, right?
yeah, this is a video game. Yeah,
So
Battlefield.
he's talking
Battlefield
about the analogies of like
of the video game. Yeah, Battlefield 2042, and Battlefield 4 is good too. But yeah, I mean, it's just those games are freaking crazy. That is off the hook.
damn.
It's a whole other world that I didn't know about.
But GTA as an analogy.
I don't do GTA, bro.
What I can say about that is that the analogy there I got from that is that I did everything I could. I got $1 billion. I made $1 billion on the game. I also did online. Got the super jet, the penthouse suite overlooking the ocean. But then when you're doing the video game, after you're doing all that, you're thinking it's like, I want this in real life. Like
Exactly, right.
Like what am I?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what am I doing? I don't want this. I want the world. I want the real world. You know?
Yeah. It's like, okay, in GTA you could ride your bike across the maps
Yeah.
and build strength, right?
Yeah.
Or you could do like you could hit the gym and build fucking strength pumping it, or
Yeah.
just running, right?
Or
it's,
say
it's the same thing now. Like I can fucking run all 2 hours a day
yeah.
and dedicate my time to do that to build my strength, right? It's
Yeah.
the same thing, bro. It's like
Yeah.
but it gets real when people in real life start driving like they're in GTA, bro. Like
Yeah.
fucking swerving
Yeah.
on the freeway, like
Yeah.
no signals, nothing, fucking hitting donuts on the freeway. Fuck that, bro. Like that's too much, dude. Like
Yeah.
don't get me there. Like
Yeah.
What is entertainment when it's real life? Don't
Yeah.
get twisted.
yeah, don't get it
Yeah.
twisted, bro. Like you're gonna lose your license for that.
Heck yeah.
You know, I know there's like street bike riders and street bike riders on the game, bro. You can mob
Yeah.
on the game with street bike riders. And
Right.
in real life, they actually have street bike riders. They're doing the real hype shit, bro. Like they're really getting hypey like out there, like fucking blocking traffic, doing donuts. Like why don't they just do protests like that? You know,
Right.
Yeah.
like why don't they save America protesting or something? Like, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
have a question for you.
Sure.
Give me a supernatural story if you have it. If you believe anything.
Supernatural story.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Ooh.
supernatural.
Ooh.
Okay. So I was learning photography within the year my grandmother died.
Which is what you're
Oh fuck.
10 years old.
2005.
2005.
Roughly 2005. Yeah. Okay, so I started photography, right? And I took my first roll of film, camera film, 35 millimeter. And I was taking pictures of my grandmother, my little birds, you know, my family. And I took pictures of myself too. And I developed my film, and some of it didn't come out. Only my grandmother's pictures came out. right?
She was alive at the
She
time.
was alive at the time.
Uh-huh.
So only my grandmother's pictures came out, some of mine, and then everything else was like black. It was overexposed, underexposed, or just didn't come out. Period. You couldn't see it. There was just maybe there were light bled through it, you know. So it was just those little frames that came out. So I was in the dark room and I was actually looking at the frame, and I had a light panel where I could look at it with a little loop to see details, and I made contact sheets, and it was only those pictures. So my grandmother, me, a picture of my grandmother with a bird, you know, smiling and stuff, and that's it. Um, Months later, that's when I went camping.
Mm.
I went camping. I took pictures of a waterfall. There's like a bridge, and then behind in the foreground, there's a waterfall, beautiful waterfall, just fucking gorgeous. And then that I ran out of battery as soon as I took that picture. It died. My camera died,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the last frame. And then I changed the batteries, and my batteries were dead. So I whipped out the Kodak little fucking disposable camera,
Yeah.
and I started taking pictures with that. So
Yeah.
all my pictures after the bridge, the waterfall with the bridge, were the little disposable camera. So they all came out perfect. I got a deer close up. I got
Nice.
a beautiful landscape of like the hill we're scaling. I got a portrait of myself like on the top of the summit.
Did you get the waterfall?
The waterfall was an actual film.
But you got it though.
I got the waterfall,
Okay.
and it was in color too. It was in color, and another thing too that I got all these good pictures in this little fucking disposable camera, and in my real camera, I only got very few pictures. Like there were overexposed, underexposed. The ISO wasn't well. It was blurry. Like I didn't do much craftiness or technicalities on it. Like I was just, we're moving, we're hiking, dude. Like we can't stop. We're on a time. We gotta meet our zone at a specific time. If we don't, we're gonna have to camp at that spot and dedicate more time for the next hike. You know, so that was it. Long story short, I came home, and it was around the time my grandmother was dying of breast cancer. She was on her, I don't want to, I don't want to explain more about that, but she died of breast cancer.
Yeah.
And I was there, and you know, I said my goodbyes. But then there's a moment where I had to go take my camera to go develop it. I processed it myself. With the Kodak camera, I took it to a lab called CaliMet. I don't think it exists anymore in the city. And I got it processed, I got it back, and all my pictures are well. And the actual color film that I had to take it to the lab too because I couldn't process color yet. I was only doing processing black and white. And so I took that to the store, they processed it, but then it's funny because when I got it back and I made prints, black and white prints with the color negative, there's like a little, I don't know if it was a light flare or some type of light, but it was like, it was like this, like that, like this, and it was yellow inside. On the waterfall.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the waterfall, right in front of the bridge.
Yeah.
In the middle of the bridge, in the middle of the waterfall.
Yeah.
Bro, that was trippy, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
I looked at that. I don't know. It doesn't look like a light flare. It looks something like it looks. It's not natural. It shouldn't be there. You know, it's like nothing was there. I didn't
like
see it
an
in the
angel,
camera.
a demon.
I don't know. I think it was something like. I can't say it's an angel or a demon, but it's a message. You know, like it's a blessing.
Okay.
You know, and it's like
Mother
even
Nature's beautiful.
yeah, it is. And there are times when I bypass all the other film negatives that I had, and they're not perfect, but I look at them. I look at them even like a second look at them, like give it a second look,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, dude, there's like beauty in these. Like, you can't just throw them away because they're not well made, but there may be messages in them. You know,
Yeah.
like you don't know, like there may be messages in anything.
Earth
You just
speaks
gotta
to
be able
you. Earth speaks to you.
yeah, you gotta be able to see it. Like
Just
in the
listen-
moment,
listen
like
and see.
I have to be able to listen too. Like
Mhm.
sometimes, like I recently went to Alabama for a college trip.
Yeah.
And I visited HBCUs, and the eclipse was going on
Mhm.
at the time, and they say you can't look at it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But then my colleague had glasses, and she was looking at it, and she's telling me not to put my camera up there because it's gonna break or the sensor's gonna be damaged. But I looked at it and I'm like, damn, dude, like an eclipse. I never really looked at an eclipse. You know, I never really took the time to like experience anything natural that's going on, a phenomenon that's going on throughout the world. You know, there may be parts in the world that see it even better, you know, but that moment, like there's people around us watching it at the same time. You know, there's people that are probably meditating right now as a community, like online or something, you know, like that's spiritual there, right there, you know, it's like that's a healing, like you're not alone,
Yeah.
you know, something's out there that's gonna like definitely send you a message.
Yeah.
Like one day we may not have wind.
Yeah.
You know? What if we don't have wind one day and it's just straight dry, like can't breathe,
Yeah.
and then we have to deal with these masks
Right.
and can't breathe. Like there may be a message with that, dude. Like you may have to learn how to grow lungs or something. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much my supernatural experience.
Feel it. I feel it. It's a good story. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts?
Last thoughts
Famous
and
last words?
his last words. I'm not gonna completely quote Brad Pitt, but he said, "Acting is life." Acting is life, and it's not the complete quote, but yeah, he said, "Acting is life."
Meditate on those words. Where can they find you guys?
You can find me on Instagram under Javi JAVE _ Cine CINESF on Instagram.
Okay.
You?
You can find me Prince Gucciness on Instagram, and the other accounts. Well, that's the best one you can find me at.
No OnlyFans?
Anyways,
Anyways.
not yet.
See you guys next time. Please subscribe and subscribe to them too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.